What's going on, YouTubers, gamers and hobbyists? Welcome to another episode of There Is Only Warhammer and another update from the Warhammer community. And this one's a little bit exciting for me. It's the Age of Sigmar, because I don't do an awful lot on Age of Sigmar yet, anyway. But it's regarding the General's Handbook 2017 announcement. So, the General's Handbook was released, well, it was released last year, wasn't it? And it was probably the best thing they ever did since the release of a AOS game. So it says the General's Handbook release last year proved to be perhaps the most important book released so far for Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Couldn't agree more there, because it certainly turned the game around, and I've heard loads of good feedback regarding it. It introduced the revolutionary concept of the three ways to play: open, narrative and matched play, and was packed with a massive amount of content for any Warhammer Age of Sigmar fan. You gamers out there loved it, and we saw an explosion of Warhammer Age of Sigmar gaming across the world. From narrative campaigns to awesome multiplayer wars and a huge increase in matched play tournaments. But this book was only ever going to be the beginning. So you see, I'm glad about that. I mean, when it came out, I was like, yeah, that's good, because to begin with, I wasn't that enamored with the rules that I flicked over. There was only about 4 pages of rules in the beginning. But the General's Handbook, and I'm wondering, I'm going to draw comparisons to 40k. Is that where that one's heading? I don't know, or not. But the fact they've done an updated one, I've heard that the new edition of Warhammer was kind of what they kind of put together, seeing how AOS was received and how that worked, and they kind of improved upon it. So I don't know. I'm wondering if this is where it's heading. But anyway. The General's Handbook is to be the mechanism by which the game is continually supported every year, and we're delighted to announce today that a sequel is on the way. General's Handbook 2017. Gaming in the Age of Sigmar. And there you go. The General's Handbook 2017 will be an invaluable resource for any Warhammer Age of Sigmar gamer. Excuse me. I mean, it looks to business. Looks pretty good. It doesn't look thin. Doesn't look too thin, doesn't look too fat, which is a good sign. For open play, the multiplayer rules have been massively expanded and now include Triumph and Treachery, devious rules for mid-game betrayals. Sounds interesting. Narrative players are about to get really spoilt, with Path to Glory soon to become its own standalone expansion. This section has been freed up for a huge amount of new content in the 2017 edition. Highlights include rules for siege warfare and in the Mortal Realms and Time of War battlefield rules for locations in every realm, even the ones we haven't been to yet. Now that's exciting as well. That's kind of got an air of Beyond the Gates of Antares to it. So yeah, that sounds quite exciting. Matched play is set to get plenty of updates too. These include new battle plans, new rules of one, and updated points for units in every faction in the Mortal Realms. Perhaps most excitingly of all are the new Allegiance abilities. These are much expanded from those 4 Grand Alliance army traits from the previous General's Handbook. The new book will cover Allegiance abilities for the likes of Fire Slayers, Seraphon, Slaaneshi hosts, Night Haunts, and over a dozen others. The book is going to be seriously awesome for any Warhammer Age of Sigmar fan. For those of you with the current edition, loads of the content in there, such as the battle plans, narrative games, and campaign overviews, will remain valuable gaming content, so it will be well worth keeping hold of it. The General's Handbook 2017 is on the way later this year, and like its predecessor, will come in an affordable paperback format. So that's pretty cool. I think it's important when you have a release or a new release on a yearly basis, on a regular basis like that, that you don't kind of overdo it on the expense. And a paperback book, to me, is perfectly fine. Like the index books are perfectly fine as paperbacks for Warhammer 40k. The old codexes were nice, yes they were, but let's be honest, it's just money we don't need to be spending, either us to buy or Games Workshop or even Forge World to produce. And yeah, I think it's the way to go. So there it is, General's Handbook 2017 announcement, and I'll keep you posted. But thank you for watching. In the meantime, remember, all brushes lead to war, and I will see you on the next video. Bye for now.